Hey guys, how you doing? Time for, well actually, the Amiga games I've been waiting for have come through, so it's another game editions, and this is nearly all Amiga stuff, apart from the first couple rather, some nice PC Engine games. So, first up, sealed, Darius Plus. So there's no graphics on the back of the Japanese shoe card games. Big fan of Darius series, so looking forward to that one. If I find the Darius in the Amiga, I'll be over the moon. Right, next up, W-Ring. W-Ring, can't tell you too much about it. There is a video on YouTube of some of it, and it looks a really good horizontal scrolling shooter. So again, it's sealed. This one actually cost me £15, so it's a fair bit, but then again, some games do go for a hell of a lot of money. Looking forward to playing that when I set the turbo graphics up next. One CD32 game, that would be Cannon Fodder. Classic Amiga game. Great little war strategy, run around with your little players sort of thing. Couple of screenshots in the back there, you can see them or not, I'm not sure. Again, not played this yet because CD32 is not set up. Lack of room, see, so I can only have one or two set up at a time. Looking forward to playing that. On to all the good Amiga stuff. And first up, an ancient shooter, the Foundation's Waste. This 1988 this was, I think, a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up, and it's a bit like Sidewinder in a way if you played that one, or perhaps Battle Squadron even to a point. One disc in there with the instructions. Not the original release, the classics re-release, but some of these games rarely turn up on eBay, so the choice either wait until it does, or the version you want does, or you pick up what you see. Another one, Gemini Wing. This, along with Foundation's Waste, appeared in a video I've done recently called 40 Amiga Shooters. One disc and manual. On this disc, someone could put a little sticker, RK 1.3. RK 1.3 basically means the game needs a reload kick, which is one of them. Load that up first, then the game. Reload kick makes your newer Amiga seem like an older Amiga. Some of the old stuff doesn't play on the newer versions, see? So I've played this on the Amstrad Gemini Wing, and it's a bit of a mess to be honest. And this is like one of the earliest versions of Bullet Hell, if you ask me. I can't remember in that video I did whether it shows it that well or not, to be honest. Again, that's a budget re-release, but the original version rarely pops up. And the final game that appeared in that video was Mega Phoenix. Basically very similar to Galaxian, Galaga, that sort of thing. That bird featured in the video. It's like 4 or 5 stages rather. One disc, no manual. And it's quite straightforward to play. I don't need instructions to be honest. Again, it's quite cheap that one, so won't complain too much. I haven't won any money yet. Alright, next up isn't the original release of it. This actually comes with a pack, as it says top there. That's Epic. Epic is the Amiga version of Battlestar Galactica, basically. Those that know their Amigas quite well, or back in the day even, might be aware that Epic was advertised back in like 1989 or 1990, and this game didn't come out until 1992. No screens in the back. It's complete with a manual and discs inside. Graphically amazing at the time, sounds pretty good too. Problem with Epic was you could complete the game in about half hour, 45 minutes, and just using about 7 missions. There were more missions than that, but depending on how you fared. So it was quite easy, and obviously it probably cost like £35 at the time. It was a lot of money to spend on a game you can do in under an hour. In them days, 35, well, even these days, £35 is still a fair bit of money. So a bit disappointing, although what was there was impressive. Moving on. Oh. Maybe not. Sonic Boom is a vertical scrolling shooter from Sega. Published by Activision, this one. Not a lot to show you on the back. There are screens there, but very hard to see. Yeah, so vertical scrolling, I think it's 6 levels in this one. Disc and manual, nice and silver bag. Played this on the Amstrad, and it's pretty impressive on the Amstrad if it lacks something. It's got bosses at the end, stuff like that, each end of each level. There is a video on Sonic Boom on the Amstrad on YouTube. Not sure about the Amiga one. If not, I'll be doing it at some stage. Not played this yet, but yeah, what's there is quite good. That was quite cheap actually, it was about £3.50, so it wasn't too bad. Onto a bigger box game, and one of my, again, another game I played in the Amstrad, Robozone. Robozone, people think this was like a clone of Walker, a game called Walker, which is perhaps better known in Amiga days. But this came out 2 years before Walker. So that's the back of the box. What Robozone is, it's 3 games in one. 2 discs, 1 manual. And the first level, you're in the subways of New York, underground, where the trains are. And you've got a lot of shooting to do, you've got to work your way through to the end. There's a big fellow to face at the end. Move on to the second stage, which is set in 3D. It's shown on top of the streets in New York. Again, you've got things to collect, etc. before you can finish the game. I'll move on to the third stage, which is a horizontal scrolling shooter. I thought it was very impressive on the Amstrad. The Amiga version's alright, it's got an intro as well. The first disc is the intro, the second disc is the game. It's nice to have that again. I'd love to get it again on the Amstrad, one day I will, he says. Next up is a game loved by many, but not by every Amiga magazine actually. Wings. I'll show you the back. Now Wings, again, it's got 3 different stages to this game. There's a top-down view where you do a bombing run. There's a 3D in the cockpit view. You have the dogfights with Germans, and an isometric view, which you shooting the troops, shooting the convoys of jeeps and lorries and trains, stuff like that. So Wings, like I said, is loved by a lot of people, but not always by magazines. 2 discs, 2 manuals, it's all there. This actually only cost me £14, where usually it goes for over £20. But the discs do not squeak when you're loading it, so I don't know. What makes Wings loved by so many people, I think, was just the charm of it all. You know, it's all set like you're doing a diary day after day. It's got really authentic music to it. It's just charming. That's the best way to describe it, I think. Next up is a very rare Amiga game. I doubt any of you have probably heard of it, or very few of you. And I've never seen it on eBay until this copy. Necronom. 32 action-packed levels, 25 end-of-level guardians, 300 different aliens. Sounds promising. What it is, it's a very solid shooter without being spectacular. It's not going to blow you away. Might be able to work out the screens in the back there. So, never seen it on eBay before, and that cost me £30. Spent a fair bit this month, so there'll be no more, he says. Finally, the 2 games I've been waiting for to do this video come through today from Germany. I've opened the box up already, of course, because it takes an age. I've had a quick peek and they're both there, so I know what they are. Lots of German newspaper, so nothing to read there. First up is another game from 7 years of eBay I've never seen. This actually wasn't on eBay, this was like a private sale of sorts. Hybris. Now, if you may have heard a game called Battle Squadron, people on the Amiga and the Mega Drive, I think that was it. And this is like a cousin, or a forerunner if you like. It's a really solid ancient shooter. It's really, really good though, what's there. quite tough as well. There's gameplay of it on YouTube, so check it out. On disc in a little plastic seal. The manual is basically 2 or 3 pages, that's it. So what there is solid. I mean, it's all in pretty good condition for a game that came out in 1988. Loving that one. And finally, stuck in the box. Whoa, gotcha. Now I've got most of the big name shooters on the Amiga now. It's taken its time, but I've got there. Including the likes of R-Type 2, Project X, Apidia, Disposable Hero. One of the ones I was missing was Agony. So it's partly sealed, but I think it's been able to check it's all there, to be honest. I'll show you that front again because it's that damn good. All Psygnosis games cover art was amazing. You might just be able to work out some of the screens in the back there. So there's a horizontal scrolling shooter. Has some fantastic graphics throughout the game and some varying music. Some was good, some wasn't so good. 3 discs. There's the Psygnosis L. You play him. I assume it's a he. A few other little documents there. And a really thick, detailed manual. Really good. Chuffed to get that, and this one cost me, this goes for a lot of money when it does appear on eBay. I mean, I say it wasn't quite sealed, but this cost me £40, so I've well overspent. And so that's it. Pretty good bunch. It's going to take me a while to play all them, and it's going to take me a while before I buy anything else, I think. So, thanks for watching. See you again soon.